Greetings and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shwa and I am the host and founder of a podcast called Light Up with Shwa. It's a weekly podcast on conscious living and parenting. I have a very special guest sitting in Istanbul, Turkey today. He's Professor Ibrahim Özdemir. If I didn't say your name properly, please correct me. Please welcome my guest from Turkey. Thank you for being here, Professor Ibrahim. Can you
It's
give
my
me your full
it's
name? If there is any other name added to your name, or and what do you do?
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be with you to talk to you on a very important issue. My name, as you pronounced very well,
Thank you.
is a very well-known name. It's Ibrahim Özdemir. Uh, I'm a professor of philosophy at the Üsküdar University in Istanbul, Turkey. My undergraduate studies was in theology. Then I went to Middle East Technical University, Department of Philosophy, for philosophical studies.
Okay.
And I got my MA and PhD in philosophy. My major is environmental philosophy and environmental ethics.
Oh.
I was born in a village as eighth member of a family, 6 brothers, 2 sisters. My father Mustafa was a farmer and an illiterate man, and my mother Aisha was again illiterate village woman. And there was no school in my village, no even mosque. And I had to go to next village for my primary education every day, 2 miles, and in return 2 miles and 4 miles, work every day. We used to go to, even we don't have a water fountain in our village. What I am saying this, as a village boy, the eve of and wonder of nature always attracted my curiosity. Since then, I have been a keen reader of the book of nature, trying to understand the human-nature relationship in the sense of what the Norwegian philosopher Arne Næss said, deep ecology. What is my place? I can see even in the village my place in the whole universe, how the seasons, how the nature is affecting our lives at that time. And therefore, I wrote my dissertation at the Middle East Technical University on the ethical dimension of human attitude towards nature. And then I began to teach, disseminate, and share my findings with my fellow Muslim scholars, as well as others. I have been working closely with the environmentalist groups and activists in the Muslim world, as well as in the West.
Okay. Good. So
What I am trying to let me finish with this.
Yes, please.
I started as a village boy to my life, but my studies and my activism in environmentalism took me to the South Africa. I met Mr. Mandela, Nelson Mandela.
Oh,
I met
okay.
Dalai Lama. I met Mikhail Gorbachev,
Yes.
many leading figures and personalities in the modern history. And I saw in them, in their elder days, how they care about future, how they care about environment, how they devoted their, last years for environmental issues. Yeah.
So, any other dignitary or any other professional person that you met in those times from the Muslim world? Any leaders? Any who were interested in the future of environment or climate?
In the Muslim world, or political leaders, they are they don't involve directly with the environmental problems because they have more urgent problems for themselves. I see them, some of them, very short-sighted on this issue because they just try to survive in in this year and the next year. When it comes to 20 years later or 40 years later, they don't have time for that. Because I know we just drafted strategy documents for Muslim countries last year, and the United Nations in Cairo, Environment Assembly asked Muslim countries if they have a strategy document for 2030. They say no. So we and one of my colleagues, we drafted a document for the Muslim countries. Now the ministries of environment of Muslim countries, they adopted this document in Rabat in the last December, in the last October.
So that document, is it available online? Would you be able to share with us the link?
Yes.
So I'm aware of that you are going to a conference, a summit in Oslo. Is that relevant to our current topic, and how important it is for you to go, and what are you going to do and achieve?
Yes, it's very, very relevant with our topic. The climate change is on the agenda of the world, because the climate change and environmental problems, they are the root causes of many other problems, including international migration. Many refugees now they are victims of climate change. We have to understand this, but we are looking only on the political side of the problem. When we look at the roots, when we look at the deeper layer of the causes, we can see. But we are looking only on the political side of the problem. When we look at the roots, when we look at the deeper layer of the causes, we can see there are climate change, there are droughts, there are hunger, unemployment. There is no water, drinkable water. Yep. So they have to migrate where they can live their lives. So in Oslo, there will be very leading environmentalists, both from the west or the east, let me say, around the world. And what is more important, there will be the influential political thinker Francis Fukuyama will join us. Yes. Because he authored many books on the current issues. So we will look to the climate, the impact of climate change on present problems, and we hope we can what we think about the future. What change we have to make now for the future. Okay. Because even we sow a seed. You have to, if you want to sow a flower, you have to wait for sometimes weeks, sometimes months, sometimes years. So we have to care about if we are willing to care about future generations or not. If yes, so we have to sacrifice in order to change our lifestyles. Then we can talk about conception patterns, about our conception, habits, etc. We need a wider perception of to see the problem, then propose our answers.
Okay. So,
and what is more important in Oslo, we will discuss the role of faith, religion, and culture to make a change. This is important because you can see how radical and marginal groups, they are using faith and religion for their political agenda. But
how to get out of it? How to get out of that mindset and then try to pay attention to the real issue.
When we look at our faiths or religion with an environmental lens, we can see how it is connecting to us, how we can work with other members of other faiths. Maybe I can talk on this later.
Okay. Very good. So how long is this seminar and conference?
It is 4 days next week in Oslo.
So will there be something for the public after that we will learn that what it will be more like creating an agenda for future? And
I think the results of our discussion will be publicized, and we will share it with you and with the public.
Okay, good. That's what I am waiting for also, so that we can see it's a kind of an interfaith involvement, like from Muslim countries, from Western world, or
Yeah.
are there other Muslims
but
participating?
also from people from scientific
community. Yes, that's important.
Yeah.
Not only faith leaders.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we are just discovering we are all on the same boat.
Yes.
And this is the global Earth.
Yes. Good. All right. So, how can we approach environmental problems?
First, this is a very important question. First, we have to understand what is environment.